Okay, let's start with part 1. We try to solve this inequality. You see a mod less than. Okay, can I first recall with you mod x less than a? What is the solution? You're going to get in between a and negative a. If it's a less than, it's in between two numbers. Okay, so this is almost similar. This is a less than. We try to apply that formula. Okay, let me start by copying the problem first. So less than minus x plus a. So when I open up to two sides, it will be an in-between. Note what happened on the right. The right side value is always a direct copying here. Okay, this is the same number, but on the left side, it's the negative. Okay, so it's always the positive on the right, the negative on the left. So over on the right-hand side here, we will copy in exactly the same thing, minus x plus a. On the left side, we take the negative of that number, so you get an x minus a. Okay, either you can split, okay, we can split into 2 and we write n. The other way that we can do is, let's try to shift the 2a to both sides. Okay, so in order to shift that 2a to both sides, we now get only 2x left. 2a shifted across means you get negative. So on the left, it's x minus 3a. On the right, it's minus x minus a. Okay, we can also divide by 2 throughout, but at this point, we got to think about, I need to combine the x's together. Okay, and there are different x appearing, different coefficients as well, will be difficult to move. So better for us now to try to split it up. And we use the word n when we try to split. I'm going to move all the x terms to one side. We make x the subject. If you divide or multiply by a negative number, remember the direction of the inequality will flip. If I multiply minus 1, this will flip. I'm going to get x more than minus 3a. And on the right-hand side, again, we shift the values. Okay, so this will be my 3x less than minus a. We make x subject, so minus a over 3. Okay, you want to intersect both solutions. In case you cannot see it, let me just draw in a number line for you. I want to position the values of negative 3a and negative a over 3. Okay, firstly, a is an unknown. I know that negative 3a is smaller only because they mentioned that a is a positive value. If a is positive, negative 3a will be a smaller number compared to negative a over 3. Okay, only because a is positive. So negative 3a is smaller. Okay, so let's get the number line with the numbers drawn out. You're going to get these two segments. Okay, and in between, that's your intersection point. Okay, so I will get x to be between negative 3a to negative a over 3. Okay, second one. Let's observe the differences in the equations first from part 1 to part 2 in the hands. The big difference firstly is the coefficients of the x. If I just observe the x values, the 2x became 4x. The x on the right side became a 2x. So the coefficients were multiplied by 2 for the x. Okay, the a's had no differences. But the other big difference that I would like to point out is the direction of the inequality. This is a less than. The new part, I intentionally wanted it to be a more than, and I flipped the sign to show you that it's important for you to remember and check the direction. The inequality direction flip. Okay, so can we start with that first? In the hence part, okay, so I want to write in this for you to see. Note that inequality direction is flipped. If the direction of the inequality is flipped, then what you should do is first you should choose the, let me use this word, complement. You may not have seen or you may have forgotten. We choose the complement of part 1 answer first. A more layman word for complement is opposite. You want to choose the opposite of whatever answer that is appearing in your part 1. Okay, so in part 1, if it's between minus 3a to minus a over 3, we were taking the middle segment. That means in part 2, we choose the complement first, which means you want the other zones. I would like this blue color zones. I don't want a yellow one. Yellow is for part 1. Because part 2 direction flip, we're going to take the blue. So my solution for part 2 firstly will be x less than minus 3a or x more than minus a over 3. This is the complement of what you had from the first part. Then we do the second thing, which is there was a coefficient being multiplied by 2. From 2x, it became 4x. So you do the next replacement. You're going to replace your x. Just like the second part last week, we think about replacements. This time it's x being replaced to 2x. Then we fill in your answer. We change the x to 2x.